The Serapeum is associated with the Apis bowls because there is some kind of connection with a celestial intelligence and what these underground structures really represent.
Let's talk about one of history's greatest mysteries, the Serapeum boxes. These 24 massive granite sarcophagi, discovered underground in 1850 by Auguste Mariette, are so precisely crafted that even today's technology would struggle to recreate them. So how did ancient Egyptian builders pull it off? Even Sherlock Holmes would be baffled. Let's dive in and unravel this mystery. Auguste Mariette, the man behind the discovery. Deep beneath the shifting sands of Saqqara, a remarkable discovery lay waiting, one that would cement Auguste Mariette's place in archaeological history. Born in 1821 in Boulogne-sur-Mer, France, Mariette's journey from a humble school teacher to a pioneering Egyptologist reads like an adventure novel. In 1850, armed with an unwavering passion for Egyptian antiquities and a keen eye for historical texts, Mariette stumbled upon ancient writings describing a mysterious place called the Serapeum. These texts spoke of sacred burial grounds where magnificent bulls, believed to be incarnations of the god Apis, were laid to rest in grand ceremonies. The young archaeologist's determination led him to Saqqara, where he noticed Sphinx statues partially buried in the sand. Following this trail of stone sentinels, Mariette made a breakthrough that would change our understanding of ancient Egyptian culture, the entrance to the long-lost Serapeum. What he discovered next defied imagination. Firstly, he discovered an expansive underground network of tunnels stretching for hundreds of meters and 24 massive granite boxes, each weighing up to 70 tons with perfectly carved surfaces, and with a precision that puzzles experts to this day. The excavation proved monumentally challenging. Mariette battled with tons of desert sand that continuously poured into newly cleared passages, limited resources, and primitive excavation tools. The constant risk of tunnel collapses was also a challenge. But despite these obstacles, Mariette persevered. He meticulously documented his findings and fought to preserve the site's integrity. His dedication to protecting Egyptian artifacts led to his appointment as Egypt's first director of antiquities and the founding of the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. The Serapeum's rediscovery marked just the beginning of the mystery. The granite boxes Mariette found raised questions that continue to perplex researchers and enthusiasts. Their immense size, precise craftsmanship, and mysterious purpose have sparked debates that rage to this day. Mariette's discovery was just the start. What he found inside the Serapeum raises even more questions. The setting, the Serapeum of Saqqara. Imagine a maze of tunnels carved with such precision it rivals modern engineering. This is the Serapeum of Saqqara. This underground network stretches through the rock like a snake made of stone, with tunnels going as deep as 40 feet and extending for hundreds of meters. The main passageway of the Serapeum is an impressive 350 meters long, with smaller side passages leading to 24 enormous granite boxes in sunken chambers. These chambers, carved with mathematical precision, create an elaborate network reminiscent of a subterranean palace. Each chamber measures approximately 6 meters high, allowing ample space for the towering granite boxes within. Saqqara itself is one of Egypt's most sacred burial grounds, serving as the necropolis for the ancient capital of Memphis. This vast cemetery complex spans nearly 11 square kilometers, housing countless tombs from various dynasties. The Serapeum's location within this revered area speaks to its immense religious importance in ancient Egyptian culture. The architectural layout of the Serapeum follows a distinct pattern with a descending entrance passage that leads to the main gallery. Each side of the chambers branches off at regular intervals, and each chamber contains precisely cut niches for the granite boxes. The granite boxes themselves sit in perfect alignment within their respective chambers. Each box is positioned with remarkable accuracy, maintaining consistent spacing and orientation throughout the complex. The precision of their placement suggests an advanced understanding of engineering and architectural principles. If you thought the Serapeum's layout was impressive, wait until you hear about the mysterious granite boxes within. The granite boxes. What makes them so mysterious? Hidden beneath the sands of Saqqara lies a collection of stone boxes that defy conventional explanation. These aren't ordinary stone containers. They're technological marvels that push the boundaries of what we believe possible for ancient civilizations. Picture standing before a box carved from solid granite, its surfaces gleaming with an almost mirror-like finish. Each of these monolithic structures weighs between 70 to 100 tons, with the largest measuring an impressive 13 feet long, 7.5 feet high, and 6.5 feet wide. The walls maintain a constant thickness of 6 inches throughout, creating an internal volume that could easily fit several adults standing upright. The most perplexing aspect isn't their size, it's their precision. These boxes exhibit machining accuracy down to 1/10,000th of an inch, a level of precision that would challenge modern engineering capabilities. The inner corners form perfect right angles, while the surfaces remain remarkably flat across their entire span. Such precision seems impossible using Bronze Age tools, yet here they stand as a testament to their creators' capabilities. The choice of material adds another layer of intrigue. The boxes were carved from rose granite, a stone known for its exceptional hardness and a rating of 7 on the Mohs scale. This particular granite originated from the quarries of Aswan, located over 500 miles south of Saqqara. This stone is also known for extreme durability and resistance to weathering, and its complex crystalline structure makes it difficult to work with. The level of craftsmanship becomes even more remarkable when considering the tools allegedly available during the period of construction. Bronze chisels would have been practically useless against such hard stone, and iron tools were not yet widely available. The surfaces show no signs of crude tool marks or imperfections typically associated with ancient stone working methods. However, inside these boxes, the walls are polished to such perfection that they reflect light with an almost metallic sheen. The corners meet with mathematical precision, creating joins so tight that not even a human hair could fit between them. The lid system incorporates sophisticated engineering principles, with precise grooves and lifting points that suggest an advanced understanding of weight distribution and mechanical advantage. These architectural anomalies raise questions that challenge our understanding of ancient Egyptian capabilities. The combination of immense size, incredible precision, and sophisticated engineering seems almost impossible without modern technology. Yet these boxes exist, their surfaces still smooth to the touch after thousands of years, their corners still perfectly square, their mysteries still intact. If these boxes seem impossibly advanced for their time, their purpose only deepens the mystery. Purpose: tombs or something else. The inscriptions might say Apis bulls, but the precision and design hint at a purpose we've barely begun to understand. Within the complex passages of the Serapeum of Saqqara lies a contentious debate that has puzzled archaeologists and researchers for generations. The traditional explanation, supported by prominent Egyptologists, suggests these massive granite boxes served as sacred burial chambers for Apis bulls, the living manifestations of the god Ptah. Archaeological evidence lends credence to this conventional interpretation. Several boxes bear hieroglyphic inscriptions explicitly referencing Apis bulls, with detailed accounts of their lives, deaths, and sacred status. Ancient Egyptian texts describe elaborate mummification rituals for these divine creatures, highlighting their paramount religious significance in Egyptian society. Yet skeptics raise compelling questions about this explanation. Why invest such extraordinary engineering precision in containers meant for animal remains? What explains the disparity between the box's sophisticated craftsmanship and other animal burial chambers found throughout Egypt. How does one justify the immense resources required to create these masterpieces for bull burials? These legitimate concerns have sparked alternative theories about the box's true purpose. A growing number of scholars suggest ceremonial applications beyond simple burial chambers. The box's placement along precise geometric lines and their relationship to astronomical alignments hint at possible ritualistic functions we've yet to understand fully. Some theorists draw parallels between the box's technical specifications and ancient Egyptian mathematical principles, suggesting they might have served as calibration devices for advanced measuring systems. The most controversial interpretations venture into extraterrestrial territory. Proponents of ancient astronaut theories point to the box's inexplicable precision and sophisticated engineering as evidence of advanced technological intervention. They argue that such remarkable achievements seem inconsistent with known ancient Egyptian capabilities. The box's pristine internal surfaces, remarkably free from tool marks, have led some researchers to question whether they might predate dynastic Egyptian civilization entirely. This hypothesis suggests the possibility of an unknown advanced culture whose technological achievements were later incorporated into Egyptian religious practices. But what if these granite boxes weren't just ceremonial tombs? What if they had a function far beyond burial, something that could rewrite history as we know it? Were the Serapeum granite boxes ancient batteries? The granite boxes discovered in the Serapeum of Saqqara present more than just architectural wonder. They may also hint at an advanced, potentially industrial purpose far beyond what traditional Egyptology suggests. These massive containers are sources of measurable radioactivity. This peculiar trait opens the door to speculation about their possible use as components in an ancient energy system. Granite, a naturally radioactive material, emits low levels of radiation due to its uranium and thorium content. While this is common knowledge today, the discovery of elevated radiation levels inside these boxes, up to 3 times the ambient background levels, raises questions about their intended function. If these boxes were merely ceremonial sarcophagi, why would they need to exhibit such peculiar physical properties? Could they have been designed to harness or contain energy? Historical parallels with modern industrial processes further deepen this mystery. Today, granite-lined vats are used to handle volatile chemical reactions and store hazardous substances like sulfuric acid or radioactive waste. The encrustations of salt within the Serapeum tunnels, indicating ancient water flow from the Nile, suggest that the environment was once conducive to complex chemical interactions. Could these boxes have served as ancient storage containers for dangerous or reactive substances, perhaps linked to some form of energy generation? One of the most intriguing theories is the possible connection between the Serapeum and the nearby Step Pyramid. Some researchers speculate that the granite boxes may have been part of a larger energy system, perhaps even functioning as batteries that powered the pyramid. This hypothesis aligns with the theory that ancient Egyptians possessed scientific knowledge beyond what is typically credited to them, including the ability to generate and store electricity. Further evidence supporting the hypothesis of advanced knowledge comes from James Brown's radioactive amulet, which emitted radiation levels far above the background norm. The amulet's manufacturing process, involving man-made glass embedded with radioactive particles, suggests a level of understanding about radioactivity that modern science only fully grasped in the 20th century. Radioactivity is just one piece of the puzzle. The real mind-bending question is how these enormous precision-cut boxes were created in the first place. The technological puzzle. The creation of these massive granite boxes presents a perplexing technological riddle that challenges our understanding of ancient Egyptian capabilities. The tools discovered from this era paint a seemingly primitive picture: copper chisels, stone hammers, and wooden mallets. Yet the precision achieved in these colossal structures defies explanation through these basic implements alone. Armed with advanced machinery and laser-guided tools, modern engineers would struggle to replicate the remarkable accuracy found in these boxes. The inner surfaces boast a level of precision that surpasses many contemporary manufacturing standards. When tested with modern measuring equipment, the box's right angles and parallel surfaces display mathematical perfection that would be challenging to achieve even with today's computer-controlled machines. The ancient Egyptians' suspected method of stone cutting involved copper saws combined with abrasive sand. This technique, while effective for basic stonework, raises questions about achieving such extraordinary precision. Copper's softness compared to granite would cause significant wear, requiring constant tool replacement and controlling sand particles to maintain perfectly straight cuts seems implausible. Also, creating optically flat surfaces without modern grinding equipment appears technologically impossible. Some researchers propose the existence of lost advanced technologies. These theories suggest the ancient Egyptians possessed sophisticated tools and techniques that haven't survived the millennia. Archaeological evidence hints at the possible use of specialized bronze alloy tools with unknown properties, advanced abrasive compounds for polishing, and mechanical guidance systems for ensuring straight cuts. But crafting these colossal granite marvels was just the beginning. The real challenge was transporting them over unforgiving landscapes. Transporting the granite, a Herculean task. Imagine being responsible for moving a massive stone block, weighing as much as 12 adult elephants, over a distance comparable to that between Paris and London, all without the help of modern machinery. This daunting task was faced by the ancient Egyptians as they transported enormous granite boxes to the Serapeum. The journey started at the quarries of Aswan, where skilled workers expertly extracted these gigantic blocks from solid rock. Ancient Egyptian engineering texts, such as the Wadi el-Jarf papyri, provide fascinating insights into their methods of transportation. Workers would create channels around the desired block, gradually separating it from the bedrock using wooden wedges soaked in water. As the wood expanded, it caused controlled cracks to form in specific locations. The real challenge arose after the blocks were extracted. Historical evidence suggests a complex system involving wooden rollers, sleds, and ramps. Egyptian workers poured water in front of heavy sleds, reducing friction by up to 40%. Logs are placed perpendicular to the direction of movement, and complex pulley arrangements, utilizing thousands of workers, push the loads through the Nile during flood seasons. The journey from Aswan to Saqqara encountered different types of terrain. The route passed through desert plateaus, crossed the mighty Nile multiple times, and went through populated areas, each presenting unique challenges requiring innovative solutions. Archaeological evidence reveals traces of ancient roads specifically built for these massive transportation projects. These paths, some still visible today, were designed with gentle slopes never exceeding 8 degrees to maintain control over the heavy loads. The human cost was staggering. Records suggest teams of 100+ workers per block, working in coordinated groups under the guidance of skilled engineers. These teams used advanced leveling techniques and measuring tools to ensure the boxes remained intact during their difficult journey. The precise angles and smooth surfaces of the boxes required extra protection during transport. Custom-built wooden frames cushioned the granite, while specialized tools monitored the block's orientation. Any damage during transport would have rendered the precise measurements useless, making this phase as crucial as cutting and carving. Recent experiments conducted by archaeologists attempting to recreate these transportation methods have revealed just how advanced ancient Egyptian logistics were. Using tools and techniques from that era, modern teams have been able to move similar weights but only over short distances, emphasizing what an extraordinary feat their ancient predecessors accomplished. After navigating the challenges of transport, the ancient Egyptians faced an even more intricate task: achieving mathematical perfection in these boxes. The craftsmanship debate. The granite boxes of the Serapeum of Saqqara are marvels of ancient craftsmanship that continue to baffle modern researchers. Their precision, both inside and out, is unparalleled, showcasing a level of expertise that seems far ahead of the tools available in ancient Egypt. A comparison with other ancient Egyptian monuments reveals striking differences in craftsmanship. When compared to the pyramids or obelisks, the boxes stand out as even more intricate feats of engineering. While the pyramids demonstrate large-scale construction and alignment with celestial bodies, their stonework does not exhibit the same micro-precision as the Serapeum boxes. Similarly, obelisks, though impressive in their size and symmetry, lack the internal complexity and mathematical exactitude found in these granite containers. The Great Pyramid blocks show visible chisel marks and varying degrees of precision, and the obelisks display rough surfaces with clear evidence of tool usage. Also, the temple walls exhibit inconsistent angles and surface textures. The boxes in the Serapeum stand apart with their machined-like perfection. Modern analysis has revealed tolerances within 1/10,000th of an inch, a level of accuracy that surpasses many contemporary industrial standards. One of the central mysteries of the craftsmanship debate is how these boxes were made with the tools available during that era. Archaeological evidence points to the use of copper saws and chisels, along with abrasive sand, for cutting and shaping stone. However, these tools seem insufficient to achieve the level of precision seen in the granite boxes. Copper, being softer than granite, would wear down quickly, and maintaining straight cuts or perfectly flat surfaces would be nearly impossible without modern grinding techniques. The debate intensifies when examining the box's corners, which show no signs of the typical wear patterns associated with hand tools. The pristine edges and uniform surfaces have led some experts to question whether these artifacts were truly created using Bronze Age technology. Recent microscopic analysis has revealed fascinating details about the manufacturing process. The presence of consistent parallel marks suggests a systematic approach to material removal, a technique that would require precise control and sophisticated measurement tools yet to be discovered in the archaeological record. The craftsmanship debate is just the beginning. The inscriptions might hold the real secret behind the Serapeum boxes. The inscriptions, clues, or confusion. Ancient hieroglyphic inscriptions discovered on select granite boxes within the Serapeum present archaeologists with a fascinating paradox. These rare carvings primarily reference the sacred Apis bulls, depicting intricate scenes of religious ceremonies and royal dedications. One notable inscription describes the burial of an Apis bull during the reign of Kabash, a pharaoh from the late period, while another bears the cartouche of Psamtik I. The perplexing reality lies in the absence of inscriptions on most boxes. This peculiar pattern defies the typical Egyptian practice of extensively documenting religious and royal activities. The pristine, unmarked surfaces of these massive sarcophagi stand in contrast to the elaborately decorated tombs and artifacts found throughout ancient Egypt. Several theories attempt to explain this enigmatic disparity, like the ritual theory, wherein some scholars suggest the blank surfaces served a specific ceremonial purpose, representing the pure vessel needed for the Apis bull's journey to the afterlife. Others propose these boxes might have been repurposed from earlier periods, with their original inscriptions deliberately erased. However, a third perspective suggests the project was abandoned before completion, leaving most boxes in their raw state. The symbolism present in the existing carvings aligns deeply with Egyptian mythology. The Apis bull, considered the earthly manifestation of Ptah, appears prominently in these rare inscriptions. Sacred geometric patterns and astronomical symbols accompany these depictions, hinting at complex religious beliefs connecting the celestial realm with earthly ceremonies. A particularly intriguing inscription describes the house of Osiris Apis, suggesting these boxes played a role in a sophisticated religious system linking the Apis bull's death to Osiris's resurrection. This connection adds layers of meaning to the box's purpose, transcending simple burial containers to become powerful symbols in ancient Egyptian cosmology. Decoding the inscriptions is one thing, but replicating the craftsmanship of the Serapeum boxes? That's a modern challenge unlike any other. Recreating the Serapeum granite boxes, a modern challenge. The feat of building such artifacts today, even with modern technology, would be an extraordinary undertaking. Let's break down the process step by step to understand what it would take to recreate these marvels. The first step is acquiring the granite, a notoriously hard and durable material. The ancient Egyptians sourced their granite from Aswan, located about 500 miles from Saqqara. Today, granite quarries still operate in Aswan, but cutting and extracting blocks of this size remains a logistical challenge. Heavy-duty diamond wire saws, advanced drilling rigs, and explosives for controlled fracturing would be employed to extract the stone without causing cracks or damage. Quarrying and safely extracting a single block of this size could take weeks to months, depending on available resources. Once quarried, moving a 100-ton granite block to the construction site is another significant hurdle. In ancient times, it was believed that workers used sleds, rollers, and lubricated paths, possibly aided by the Nile River during flood seasons. Today, specialized equipment would be required. High-capacity cranes and hydraulic flatbed trucks would be essential. Transporting the block over uneven terrain or long distances would also require custom-built roads or rail systems. The true marvel of the Serapeum boxes lies in their precision. The interiors feature perfectly flat surfaces with tolerances within 1/10,000th of an inch, and the corners are impeccably square. Achieving this level of accuracy today involves state-of-the-art machinery. CNC machines will shape the block with unmatched precision, while diamond-tipped grinders will ensure fine smoothing and polishing. However, modern machinery can achieve the precision of these boxes, but the sheer size of the blocks would necessitate custom-built CNC machines large enough to handle the dimensions. The matching lids, which fit perfectly on the boxes, present another layer of complexity. These lids would also need to be carved from solid granite blocks with the same precision and smoothness. The lids would be shaped and polished separately, but require continuous testing against the box to ensure a snug fit without gaps. The Serapeum's granite boxes were not just built, they were transported into underground chambers carved from limestone bedrock. Replicating this feat would involve careful planning and robust engineering. Excavation equipment like tunnel boring machines and rock drills would carve out the chambers. Hydraulic jacks and heavy-duty winches would lower the boxes into place with millimeter-level precision. Considering modern equipment and expertise, creating a single granite box from the Serapeum could take a year or more, with costs running into millions of dollars. The precision, transportation, and underground installation would make the project one of the most expensive and labor-intensive undertakings in modern engineering. If recreating these boxes today would be a challenge, the choice of material itself raises even more questions. Why granite? The intentional choice of the Serapeum builders. At first glance, it might seem puzzling that the ancient Egyptians used granite, a material far harder and rarer than the abundant limestone, for the 24 colossal boxes in the Serapeum of Saqqara. However, this choice was not arbitrary, but a deliberate decision rooted in the unique properties of granite and its symbolic and functional advantages. Granite is one of the hardest natural stones, with a Mohs hardness rating of 6 to 7, far surpassing limestone's softer and more porous structure. This makes granite far more resistant to wear, environmental damage, and pressure. The Serapeum boxes, some weighing over 70 tons, were designed to last for millennia. If they were intended to store volatile or sacred materials, or serve as protective enclosures for religious or industrial purposes. The unparalleled durability of granite ensured their contents remained undisturbed and safeguarded. Granite was a prized material in ancient Egypt, often reserved for the most significant monuments, such as obelisks, pyramids, and statues of gods. Its high polish and reflective surface symbolized permanence and power. Limestone, while abundant and easier to carve, is highly susceptible to chemical reactions and erosion over time. Granite, by contrast, is highly resistant to acids, alkalis, and other corrosive agents. If the boxes were used to store volatile substances, toxic materials, or even radioactive elements, as some researchers speculate, the chemical resistance of granite ensured the integrity of the containers and the safety of their surroundings. Granite was sourced from Aswan, a region believed to hold spiritual significance. The transportation of massive granite blocks over 500 miles to Saqqara was an immense undertaking, emphasizing the importance of the material in fulfilling the intended purpose of the boxes. Their sheer size, durability, and careful selection of material suggest a purpose far beyond ordinary burial containers, perhaps something more mysterious, more vital, and more guarded than we can imagine. If these boxes could talk, what secrets of the past would they reveal? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.